Hi babes, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are doing this makeup look specifically for work. Now for my work, I prefer to look like I've done a normal full face of makeup, but actually this took me about half the time than my normal full face would. And it's a lot easier, a lot simpler. I teach you a few tips and tricks in this video to help speed up the process, and I teach you which products I personally love to use to make it really quick and simple. So keep watching if you want to find out how I do this makeup every single day in about 10 to 15 minutes, and please subscribe to my channel. Good morning. Let's do our makeup. You will have to excuse my voice. I've literally woken up and I'm literally getting ready for work. But this is my usual makeup routine and it's pretty quick, pretty simple, because for work you've got to do it like every single day unless you have the privilege of working from home or something. God, I sound so croaky. But I really feel like I've come to terms with the fact that I do have to look presentable, but we can do it quickly. So usually this takes me about 10 to 15 minutes in the morning, which I think is really quick for pretty much like a full face, but like a natural full face. But to start off with, you need to be using your SPF. So I actually picked this one up from the supermarket yesterday because I've been seeing it everywhere. It's called the Altroist, I think is how you say it. So it looks like this, and I've just seen it everywhere, and it's factor 50, so it should be pretty good. It's got UVA ultra protection, and I really wanted to try it because I've just run out of my La Roche-Posay one. Cute packaging, simple, love. So let's pop some of this on. As I say, I've never used it before. Oh, it's quite runny. Not as runny as my normal one. When I'm putting it on the skin, it does feel really hydrating, and it actually feels quite similar to the La Roche-Posay. This one was like £10, whereas the La Roche-Posay one is usually like 17. You can get it on offer at Boots, but you kind of have to nab deals when you can. I like that so far. So make sure you SPF. That's always like my number one go-to. If I wake up in a rush or something like that, then I will always like skip my skincare, but always cleanse my face and just do SPF. So now we're looking nice and glowy. I am going to go in with my HMB Cosmetics Soft Focus Luminous Glow Tint. I'm telling you, this is a game changer for work makeup. It's really natural, but also you can kind of just slap it on. You know, like sometimes you have foundations and they're full coverage, or you've got, I don't know, like sometimes I feel like I really have to work products into the skin, and this is just really, really quick and easy. So I'm just gonna buff it into the skin with the brush that it came with. So funny because I'm sitting in my beauty room, as you can see, but I've got like rubbish around me everywhere. So like what you can see is like just the nice pretty background. But then I've literally got stuff everywhere. I've got painting stuff next to me, like a massive box of painting stuff. I've also got a massive washer dryer thing. I'll show you. So I bought this from the range, and it's absolutely massive. We literally have nowhere to store it, and I didn't realise how big it was going to be. But it's really good. Like you can dry like 2 duvets on it, and it's just so handy and good, but we don't have anywhere to put it, so it's currently sitting in my beauty room. So now I've just blended that in and blended it a bit down my neck. I would always really, really recommend like a skin tint or something just nice and light and something you can just quickly buff into the skin. Really recommend that for work makeup looks. Next, just use any bronzer that you have. I'm personally loving cream products at the moment, so I'm going to use my Pink Honey bronzer. But you could use powder if you've got more oily skin, whatever it is, just go in and quickly give yourself a little bit of colour. So we're not like worrying too much about placement. So I do actually have a 9-to-5 job, so I am getting ready for work right now. I'm in social media and marketing, and I do it for a company local to where I live. It's such a cute environment, and I literally love everyone there. Everyone is so nice, and I really thought I was actually going to not like the job, but I still applied. But I absolutely love it, you know. So already I look a little bit more put together. Some days, again, if I'm in a major rush, I would just go in like this. Next, I'm going to do concealer and blusher, and I have a really, really quick, easy way for you to do both of these at the same time. So all you're going to do is take your concealer, pop a bit in the inner corner and then the bit here. And then take your blusher. Ones with doe foot applicators are great for this, but if not, just use a brush. Then pop a dot there and a dot there. Same on the other side, dot there, dot there. I'm trying to use the viewfinder at the same time. So you've got this kind of placement. Get up and damp your sponge, but if you're lazy like me, just spray it with some setting spray. And then all you're gonna do is literally blend that in, and you're gonna go from the inner corner all the way to the outer corner, but try not to go over it back and forwards like this, because it's just gonna merge into one. So I would do from the inner corner all the way to the outer corner, and there you go. Blush and concealer, done. Same on the other side, so I'm gonna start in the inner corner, blend that in, and then work my way up towards the outer corner. You can go back a little bit just to blend that blush, but there you go. It hasn't moved too much, it hasn't blended in too much. Top tip. Something I've been watching recently is Olivia Meets Her Match, and oh my god, me and my boyfriend are like addicted. By the way, I'm a blusher queen, so I'm just gonna add in a little bit more blusher because I can't help it. But feel free to skip this step. Me and my boyfriend are literally addicted to Olivia Meets Her Match. It's so good. And then so we started from the beginning, and then we're gonna watch Olivia Marries Her Match afterwards. And oh my god, if you just want some like junk TV to watch and you haven't watched this, it's so good. I'm just blending whatever is left on the sponge over my eyelids. So again, not paying too much attention about placement. Do you know what? I'm finding it really hard to open all of my products because do you know what I did at the weekend? I trapped my thumb in a car door. It's so sore, I literally can't even text. It's, oh my god, and I cried, like I screamed the place down. We were actually at a supermarket in a car park, and I did it and I absolutely screamed. I was like a child. It hurt so bad. Look how red it is, and it's got like loads of spots. Oh, I've got makeup on it, but it's so bruised and it's got like loads of little blood spots, and I'm like, ow. So that wasn't fun, but we moved, like it is what it is, you know. I've just taken a massive powder puff, shoved some powder on it, and I'm just kind of like going over my face, again, really roughly. Another really quick tip I have is before I powder my eyelids, I'm going to take any leftover bronzer on my bronzer brush. Again, this is kind of why I like creams, in that you can just shove it on and like it kind of just blends together really easily, and you can multi-use products. So there you go, that was so easy. I've like already done my eyeshadow, and then I'm just going to powder really roughly around that area, powder a bit of my nose, a bit of my forehead. And if that's too much powder for you, just powder the bits you need, but I have oily skin and I kind of want this to look good throughout the day, so I just dab all over. Next, brows. I know quite a lot of you girlies have your brows laminated. I don't have mine laminated, so what I like to do is just go in and shape them in a little bit. I have been using the By Ellie brow texture, and oh my god, I'm in love with it, you know, because I can go to work and then if I take it with me, I can reshape my brows. It's so good. It goes on a bit white, but you just pop it on. I'm looking in the mirror, by the way, just over here. And literally, sometimes I'll just go into work and just do that. And obviously, I know they're a bit white at the minute, but so easy. Really, really like this. If you don't really get on with pot texture, what are they called? Brow gels, then I would really recommend this. Because I've used brow tints in the past and they don't set my eyebrows. They just kind of tint them, which is great. But then also a brow gel is too heavy on my brows. Like it just looks kind of a bit strange sometimes because I have a petite face. So this is like, oh, so good. I'd really recommend for anyone that doesn't really get on with brow gels. Now, filling in your eyebrows, sometimes I really can't bother to do this, so it is optional, but I just kind of go in, roughly pop some product in, just flick up the ends a little bit, and just add a little bit of colour back into my brows. I actually cannot wait to show you guys what we have done to the house, because this weekend we've been like painting and stuff, and oh, it's come so far, even since I uploaded my video where I showed you the house, and it was like my first house vlog. We have come so far since then. So as you can see, they look really, really natural and just kind of a bit like floofed up and got a little bit of colour in, nothing too heavy or defined. That's what we're going for. And then I get to this stage and I think, we're so nearly there. All you've got to do is mascara and lips. So I've got the Maybelline Lash Sensational. I love this. I think it's so good. I think drugstore mascaras are the way to go for sure. Again, curling the lashes, totally optional. Like, you really don't need to, but you can if you want to. I know for me it makes a massive difference about how my eyes look. But last week I actually couldn't put anything on my lashes or even curl them because I had an eye infection. Honestly, I've been so ill and like I really don't know what's happening, but I just cannot keep up. Like, I've got eye infections, cough, and then I have obviously my little broken thumb, which I'm struggling to put pressure on. I kind of have to like put pressure past the knuckle. And I've had like viruses, like my body is just worn down. Mascara is literally the quickest, easiest thing. Like, it takes me all of about 30 seconds. Again, if you don't want to do like face makeup, I would suggest just putting a little something in your brows, do a bit of mascara, and maybe like a little bit of lip balm. But I personally like to put stuff on my skin because I fake tan a lot, so my body doesn't match my face. Okay, that is done. And the last little work trick I have is to put your blush on your lips. Trust me on this one. Again, doe foot applicator is preferable, but if not, just use your finger and dab it on. The last thing I think pulls this together is a little glossy lip. I don't really tend to opt for gloss, but a little lip balm. This is the By Ellie one. Tastes like strawberries. So amazing, like genuinely a good lip balm as well. Just finishes it off, you know? And that is it. I feel like it kind of looks like my normal makeup, which is what I'm going for. I want to look like I've done a normal face of makeup, but it takes me about half the time. Just through a few simple steps, it's so much quicker. By the products you use, by the way you use them, you can look like your normal face of makeup, but in about half the time. God, I'm absolutely sweating in this room. Like, we've got the sun in here. It is so hot. I don't know what's going on with the weather at the moment, but it's stressing me out. I was just getting into my autumn era and then it decides to be summer. What do you mean? What do you mean? This is so hard to dress for. It's so hard to like emotionally prepare for. I'm now in winter mode and autumn mode. You cannot then switch back to summer. But anyways, this is the final makeup look. I hope you like it. Some of you might prefer a much more simple makeup look, and if you want to see that, I can do that. But yeah, this is generally like what I go for. So I hope you enjoyed this little video. I hope it helped some of you. And please make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'd be really grateful because I upload every Wednesday. I'm really trying to grow my channel. So if you could subscribe, I would absolutely love that. And I will see you next week. Bye, babe.